And we are live. Hello, one and all, and welcome to my review for last night's SmackDown brand exclusive pay-per-view, WWE No Mercy 2016. This was another strong, solid edition effort from the Blue brand. I have to say, SmackDown continues to prove why it is the superior brand when compared to Raw. So, yeah, guys, this was a really good show. I'm glad that I stayed up to watch it. I just really enjoyed what SmackDown had to offer tonight. There were a number of good matches on this card, two really standout matches in my opinion, and some solid matches on the undercard. So it definitely left me intrigued, wanting more. I can't wait to tune into SmackDown on Tuesday night. So in this review, I'm gonna break down the card match by match, and of course give you my full thoughts and opinions on everything that took place. If you guys happen to be watching live, feel free to leave your comments in the live chat, and I will, of course, respond to those, hopefully, around the end of this review. So without further ado, guys, let's take a look at what No Mercy had to offer last night. Of course, the pay-per-view took place live. It emanated from Sacramento, California, and it was supposed to be on the kickoff show. We had two matches announced. Now, I didn't tune into the kickoff show, but from what I saw, it was Curt Hawkins. He was supposed to make his debut, but instead he came out to make an announcement. He said that he wasn't going to be wrestling on the pay-per-view. Instead, his debut would actually be taking place this Tuesday on SmackDown Live. So the much anticipated, yes, hold your anticipation, the long-awaited debut for Curt Hawkins. Well, allegedly, we'll have to see. This is kind of becoming a running gag now. Will it take place this Tuesday on SmackDown? Well, we'll have to see, folks. So yeah, he didn't wrestle, and that's what we ended up getting. And our second of the two matches, actually, there was another announcement made on the pre-show that I have to throw out there. As you all know, going into this show, Becky Lynch was sidelined with an injury. Not too devastating. She won't have to give up the title or anything. But Shane and Daniel Bryan were talking backstage. She said that Alexa will get her chance against Becky Lynch on the November 8th SmackDown, which will be taking place live from Glasgow, Scotland. So I'm happy to hear that Becky will not be stripped of the Women's Championship. She fought and worked so hard to get it. So we won't be seeing her for a little while, but she will be back in due order. And I really look forward to her and Alexa going out there and tearing down the house. And they should probably main event that show. So if they do, that'll be another nice win for women's wrestling on the main roster, with Sasha and Charlotte just recently main eventing Raw. I could see them doing the same with Alexa and Becky Lynch on SmackDown. So while I was disappointed that the match did not take place last night at No Mercy, I am still anticipating the match taking place roughly 1 month from now. So that should be good. Good stuff right there. We then move on to our second kickoff match. It was American Alpha and the Hype Bros versus the Vaudevillains and the Ascension. From what I heard about this match, it was good stuff. Solid tag team match. American Alpha were able to get the win after they hit the Grand Amplitude to pick up the victory. So Alpha and the Hype Bros were victorious. So now let's move on to the main show. This kicked off the show, and this was certainly surprising. When I heard about this announcement, I was really surprised that they were going to kick off the show with, quote-unquote, the main event match. And this match was the triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And to me, it made sense. I was trying to understand, why would they kick off the show with the world title match? Well, I'm sure in their eyes they figured that the presidential debate was on. It started at 9 and went till 10:30. So if we start with the title match, maybe we'll get more eyes on, before they tune out to watch the debate. So that was probably, to me, the reasoning behind why this match went on first. And this was a damn good match. I enjoyed the effort from all three men involved. Cena, Styles, Ambrose, they truly brought out the best in one another. I loved Ambrose's physicality, his brawling, and AJ with his finesse in the ring. And, of course, Cena, the veteran, the 15-time, could he have been 16-time champion? Well, there were several opportunities tonight with the double five-knuckle shuffle, the attitude adjustment off the top rope. Very well-worked match. Crowd was super into it. It was kind of surreal seeing a WWE title match kick off the show. To me, it felt like this whole pay-per-view was in reverse in a way, like this should have been last and whatnot. But this triple threat match came close to being match of the night for me. However, that honor still goes to, and we'll get into it, Ziggler versus the Miz here. Towards the end of the match, what I was worried about. I thought, oh, there's going to be this screwy finish with Ambrose had Styles in a submission, and then Cena locked in the STFU, and the referee, the bell rang, and I thought, oh, no, what's going to happen here? Are we going to have a decisive finish? But I think it was Mike Chioda was the official, and he declared, no, that's not how the match is going to end. So the match continued, and afterwards, what I was really surprised about was Styles took a chair, he hit it to the back of Cena, and he pretty much pinned John Cena like that, 1, 2, 3, and yeah. So once again, Cena takes the fall, and Styles retains the championship, which was the right move going in and out of this pay-per-view. Styles needed to successfully defend his WWE World Championship because he is the quote-unquote, he is the best in the world at what he does right now, the MVP for WWE in 2016. So yeah, just really surprised. Cena recently got pinned by Ambrose. Styles beat him at SummerSlam. So Cena's been taking a lot of pinfall losses lately, and I think he is rumored to be going on another hiatus. He's going to be filming his American Grit reality show. So, but the right guy went over here, AJ. We didn't get any type of heel turn that I thought might have happened from Ambrose. Maybe they'll play that up this Tuesday on SmackDown. We'll have to see what direction they go in with Ambrose, who's Styles' next challenger, and whatnot, and what happens with Cena when he takes his hiatus. So there's a lot of questions coming out of this, more so than going in. So we'll have to see what direction all three of these men are headed, but I'm certainly intrigued. AJ shined. I thought Ambrose, all three guys shined in this match. There were several near falls where I thought maybe Cena's going to win. Maybe Ambrose has it here, but no. Styles is able to retain, like I said, with a steel chair shot to the back of Cena, and it's all legal because in triple threat match, no DQ. So really, really good match. My second favorite match of the night. Our second match of the evening was Nikki Bella versus Carmella. I thought it was a solid match. Obviously, you took the crowd. They were spent from the triple threat match, so the crowd was a little bit out of it early on, but I thought they picked up nicely towards the end of this match. I really liked how Carmella just constantly cut Nikki off at every opportunity. She focused on attacking the neck of Nikki Bella, which was really smart because she did get it surgically repaired. So if you're a heel, you're going to go in and obviously attack the neck area, and that would lead to the weakening of Nikki Bella. So some good psychology displayed there. What did surprise me in this match, though, was the fact that Carmella she tried to go for her submission. She hit the code of silence on Nikki Bella a couple times, I think twice, and then Nikki was able to get her into the Rack Attack 2.0 and got the victory. I thought for sure Carmella would be the one to walk out the victor here to continue the feud between her and Nikki Bella. Like I said, we'll have to see where they go with this on SmackDown. So yeah, maybe this feud between Carmella and Nikki Bella isn't over, although with Nikki getting the win, maybe it is, and she'll move on to other things. I don't know. We'll have to see. But it was an okay, solid match between both women. And yeah, just surprised to see Nikki Bella get the win here. But yeah, I thought Carmella looked good in what was really her biggest match to date on the main roster, going up against somebody like Nikki Bella. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this match. Just a solid match between these two women. I really enjoyed the tag title match between Heath Slater and Rhyno defending their championships, SmackDown Live championships, versus the Usos. Like I said, I've loved what they've done with the Usos, the complete reinvention of them, the long-awaited heel turn that they desperately needed. It has paid off big time. The new look, the new attitude, the targeting of the legs, with the kicks to the legs, it's great stuff. Their new theme music, it is all added up. And, I thought last night would have been the night that the Usos would have won the SmackDown championships. I thought if that didn't happen, then maybe American Alpha would come out to cost them to continue that program between Usos and Alpha. We didn't have any of that happen. Slater and Rhyno were able to retain what I thought was a really solid tag team championship match. And I'm actually happy that Slater and Rhyno did retain. They deserve to go on a decent run with the tag team titles. Slater and Rhyno worked so hard to get to that moment, And, if they would have lost the titles, only a month in on their first title defense, it would have been like, okay, I could see why they put the belt on the Usos. And I do think the Usos will eventually get the SmackDown Live tag championships, excuse me. Perhaps maybe it's Survivor Series and a triple threat. We'll have to see what direction they go. But yeah, good stuff. The Usos displaying their aggressive, vicious side that they've, have really come out of them in the past couple of weeks in this match on full display, cutting off Heath Slater, cutting off Rhyno at every opportunity that they found fit. So eventually, Rhyno was able to hit a spear on, I believe it was was it Jay? I'll have to double check here. But yeah, Rhyno was able to get the spear, and then it was Jimmy. He gored Jimmy on the outside, and then Jay hit the Tequila Sunrise on Heath Slater, and Rhyno hit a running clothesline and eventually gored Jay to pick up the victory. So still your tag team champions are Slater and Rhyno. The one-man band and the Man Beast continue on top of the SmackDown Live tag team championship scene. So good match, really good match here. Then we had our fourth match of the evening. It was Baron Corbin versus Jack Swagger. It was an all right match. The thing that I really liked about this match was seeing Corbin get more vicious and aggressively frustrated throughout the match, and moaning and barking at the officials and taunting the fans outside the ring. It's the little stuff like that I like that he does. The crowd, they were kind of bored in this match, and the match itself, it was okay. It really wasn't nothing special, I have to say. The thing that I liked about this match, though, was that Baron Corbin was on the main card, because he hasn't been on the main card, I don't think, ever since he's been on the main roster, so that was nice to see. And the fact that he beat Jack Swagger after he planted him, which was a night. I love the end of it. It's just when somebody sells that thing right, with the whiplash back and boom, plants him into the ring. 1, 2, 3. Corbin gets the win. Right move here. I want to see Corbin move on to bigger and better things. He definitely has the potential in him to become that mean, vicious, eventually down the line, I could definitely see him metamorphosing into a top heel on the SmackDown brand. With the right booking, of course, you build him up to that level. And I think it starts here at No Mercy with a win over Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger, they really haven't had nothing going for him, at least since the feud with Rusev. I like Jack, but I know that he was just put in this position to put Baron Corbin over. So, like I said, the match was okay, nothing too special, but happy to see Baron Corbin get the win, of course, over Jack Swagger. And then we had what I thought was the match of the night, folks. This was our fifth match on the card. It was The Miz defending his Intercontinental Championship versus Dolph Ziggler in a career versus title match. Great stuff. Ziggler and Miz continue to go out there and impress. I've never ever seen them have a bad match against one another, and they certainly brought their A game tonight. I was really surprised to see that this match didn't main event. That honor, of course, went to Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. So, while it wasn't the main event, I certainly thought it deserved to be, but that's okay. These guys went out there and they told a great story in the ring. The Miz constantly targeting the leg of Ziggler, locking him in with the figure 4 leg lock, and Ziggler having to fight and scratch and claw, and then Maryse with the hairspray. You thought maybe that would be it. That's how the match ended several times beforehand. Is that how it's going to end? No. Ziggler kicks out. Then the Spirit Squad comes down to the ring, and I'm like, holy shit, they're pulling out all these stops in this championship match. They really want you to believe that at any opportunity, Ziggler might lose, and that will be the end of his career. But no, Ziggler fights off the Spirit Squad, and then before you know it, boom, Ziggler drops the Miz with a super kick, and surprisingly, I wanted to see him win, but something told me in the back of my mind I didn't see it happening. Dolph Ziggler wins the Intercontinental Championship, I believe, for the 5th time, and his career remains intact. He ends the Miz's Intercontinental Championship reign. Like I said, match of the night between these two guys. Definitely should have been the main event, but hey, they put on a great match. Whatever spot on the card it was in, it was a great moment. The crowd enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I loved, how they really tied everything together with Maryse, like I said, in the Spirit Squad, and just the Miz, belaboring, mocking Daniel Bryan throughout the match. It was all tied together nicely. Great storytelling in the ring, good selling. And really happy to see Ziggler win the Intercontinental Championship again for the 5th time. We'll have to see where they go. Like I said, this Tuesday on SmackDown, what direction they have for him. But, yeah, what more can I say? But if you haven't seen the match, go check it out on the network. It was awesome. So moving on from this match, we had what was supposed to be Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. But as you all know, Becky's out with an injury. So instead, we got Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. The match itself, it was okay. Nothing really too special here. But the thing that really surprised me was that as Bliss was attempting to apply the cross arm breaker on Naomi, Naomi rolled her up to pick up the victory. And this really came out of nowhere, I thought. I thought for sure Alexa Bliss was going to go in there and get the win. However, that didn't happen, and it leads me to wonder, on Talking Smack after the match, Shane and Daniel Bryan were discussing whether this might lead to a triple threat match, maybe on the November 8th edition of SmackDown, seeing as how Naomi pinned the #1 contender, Alexa Bliss. So, yeah, really surprised here. I thought for sure, Bliss would walk in, walk out with the victory. But if they do go in the direction of a triple threat match, I won't complain. I definitely think Naomi deserves to have the spotlight shine on her. She's certainly talented. She never really had the opportunity to succeed that much on the main roster. She's had her moments here or there. But, yeah, like I said, we'll have to see what happens once Becky comes back and if they eventually make that a triple threat match on the November 8th edition of SmackDown. But I could certainly see it happening, seeing as how, what they played up on Talking Smack and what happened in this match. So that match, like I said, it was all right. It was decent. And we then move on to what was the main event of this pay-per-view. And if you guys are watching live, let me know, when was the last time Bray Wyatt was in a main event for a WWE pay-per-view? My memory serves correct. It goes all the way back to Money in the Bank 2014. I want to say that was the last time that Bray Wyatt was in a pay-per-view main event match. But taking that away, Wyatt versus Orton, it was an okay match. I was expecting a little better. The crowd, they were kind of into it at times. The match was a little bit slower paced. There were some nice spots in there, don't get me wrong, but I want to see these two go at it again. I know they have more in them to offer. I know they can definitely put on a better match, but the takeaway from me from this match, I'd love to see them have maybe a street fight, no DQ match, no holds barred match. Just see these two, vicious brawlers just beat the shit out of each other instead of just in a standard one-on-one match, because we got glimpses of it throughout the match with the utilization of the steel steps, being Wyatt throwing Orton over the announcer's table. But yeah, the biggest takeaway from this match, and this is what I called, this was my prediction. I said, this is what's going to happen, and this is exactly what happened. So Randy Orton has Bray Wyatt set up. It looks like he is going to hit him with the RKO. And then the lights go out, the music plays, and wouldn't you know it, Luke Harper makes his return, as I called, and stares Randy Orton. Doesn't get involved, doesn't touch Orton at all. Stares him down. Wyatt gets Orton up for the Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. That's right. I'm going to say this. Bray Wyatt beat Randy Orton on a pay-per-view. One more time. Bray Wyatt beat Randy Orton on a pay-per-view. Hallelujah. Praise the good Lord from above. Bray Wyatt finally, and The Rock means finally, got a pay-per-view victory. It feels like it's been forever. And that's another thing. When was the last time Bray Wyatt got a victory? Nonetheless, a victory on a WWE pay-per-view. Right move to make. Long time coming. Obviously, this feud between Wyatt and Orton will continue. I'd love to see them continue this feud, obviously heading into Survivor Series. That would be the next pay-per-view coming up. But yeah, let me know, guys, what do you think of this? And I got this idea, shout out to JD from New York. JD suggested that you have Wyatt versus Orton in a boiler room brawl match. And I think that is a phenomenal idea. I think it would make sense. It would obviously, continue the feud, perhaps culminate it, and, maybe get Wyatt the victory there. But seeing as how these guys have been constantly going at it backstage, do something different. A match we haven't seen in over what has it been, 20 years now? It's been almost over 20 years since the last Boiler Room brawl between Mankind and The Undertaker. But, yeah, that's what I would like to see. And shout out to JD from New York for that idea. I think it's tremendous, and I'd love to see that be the direction that WWE goes in with Wyatt and Orton. And please continue this. Please continue to have Bray Wyatt winning matches and building momentum, because if he's going to call himself a god is somebody that is omnipotent, obviously, but somebody that is all-powerful and doesn't lose every freaking match that he's in. So, to me, WWE, do not F this up. You got Bray Wyatt the win. He needs to go over in this feud on Randy Orton. Randy Orton's a made man. Randy Orton is what? How many time champion? He's really done it all. There's really nothing left for Randy Orton to do. So to benefit in the long run, Bray Wyatt would massively benefit from going over in this feud against Randy Orton. Don't make the same mistake that you did by feeding Wyatt to guys like Cena and The Big Show and Kane. It's just like, no. Bray Wyatt, he has the talent. He clearly has the potential. He deserves to at least hold championship gold sometime. Yeah, I agree, primetime. Wyatt would do tremendously as a babyface, and I hope they eventually go that route. But I was really happy to see Luke Harper return, reunite with Bray Wyatt, be on the SmackDown brand. Orton's around a 12 or 13-time champion, so he's done it all. And Wyatt there's so much untapped potential with this guy if they want to go in the direction of getting behind and truly pushing Bray Wyatt. Hell, he could be a main event talent if you build him up the right way. He's seriously in need of a rebuild, a rehab, and I hope this is the start of that. So I was really happy. The match itself was okay. I know they have better in them as time goes on. If we see more matches between them, I definitely know they can obviously top this match. But yeah, really happy with the way the show, WWE No Mercy, closed out. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to SmackDown tomorrow night. And as you all know, by the end of this review, I'm going to give you my grade for last night's pay-per-view. I'm giving it a B+, solid B+ grade for WWE No Mercy. So, guys, that is it for my live review for No Mercy. I want to say thank you all for tuning in to this live review. Remember, please click that like and subscribe button for more video content, and leave your comments down below once this video has been uploaded in the comments section of what you thought of No Mercy, and I will, of course, respond back to your comments. But yeah, don't forget, guys, tonight I will be back up here with my live Raw review at 11:10 p.m., so remember to tune into that. And tomorrow I will be back up for my live SmackDown review, and this is the week. It's finally here, folks. WWE 2K16. I'm getting the NXT edition. I'm going to go out to my local GameStop, pick that up tomorrow. I will have a full unboxing video, so that should be good stuff. Can't wait to bring you that. So, ton of great content coming to this channel this week. And, yeah, so thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys tonight for my live Raw review. Until then, guys, take care.